Cut the recording.
Cut the
Cut the
recording.
recording.
Cut the recording.
Sit back, relax, and let us take you into the world of CMTU.
I have to laugh a little bit. I can't lie.
Oh my god.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of CMTU. I am your host with the most, Mayorski.
Your boy Alfred Alancalo.
I'm breathing, you know how we do.
This season 3, episode 11. How are you boys today?
I'm doing well, man. I'm still alive, so we have to thank God.
Speaking of niggas that are not alive.
Whoa.
Is that where we're taking it already?
That's the turn, man. That's the turn.
Prince
Damn.
Philip has left us from the ethosphere and he's gone to what I like to assume is a better place, but from the mass media and what I've been shown and what people want him to go to, it doesn't seem like he might be going there. Now, if you don't know, Prince Philip is the wife of Queen Elizabeth.
Eh?
And the
Husband, my
cou-
friend.
What'd you say?
and
He's the
cousins.
husband, not the wife.
Oh, what I say? Husband. And part of the royal family and all of that. And he died due to natural cause. But I can't lie. At
If
99,
you are watching Daily Mail, if you were listening to Daily Mail, if you've been listening to right-wing conservative British people, he died due to Meghan Markle and Harry's interview. Let's get it straight, okay? Let's get it straight. They put too much stress on him, and he just died like that.
I won't lie to you. Anything that you do to that guy can cause that death of natural death. I can't even lie to you. I've seen the memes, man. They said
Oh, too funny, man.
if
Too
he
funny.
if he bit into ice cream, he could choke.
Look at They
If he
said they did a whole thread on Twitter, yeah. One girl posted a thread of things that could kill Prince Philip. And the girl said, "This pussy," and I was dying. I said, nah. They said if he goes to McDonald's and drinks McDonald's Sprite, he's finished. I
Finished.
said no.
Finish. Dude's a corpse.
I was seeing this one post on Twitter. People were saying that Audrey Rocker is going to drop this. I'm 99, no Prince Philip plus like that. I'm like, nah, you have to.
The
Yeah,
one that
fuck off.
the one that got me was for the Irish people watching is the PE bibs from primary school and secondary school. I said, nah, that can kill a normal person. I can't even lie to you. So if Prince Philip, he's done out here.
He really is. No, he actually is like literally done out.
Nah, he's
All right,
done.
They never watched those things, man. They never watched those things.
I don't want to
I
believe
know.
they ever watched it in that whole lifetime you were there in secondary school, Alfred. I can't lie.
You were there for the
It
same
was-
lifetime. What are you talking about?
And I mean, in the time span that we were in Comfy, I mean, like those 5
Yeah.
years we were there, I was like, nah, this is fugazi, boys. I just said, boys, let's just do jackets versus t-shirts because I'm not wearing that bib.
You know them ones.
Just don't need them bibs no more. But yeah,
I
he almost made it to the 100. You know, that was the only
Hey,
thing I was
would've
kind of
got
like,
I thought he was gonna
would've
break
got that as
records.
well.
What'd you say,
Would've got-
Alfred?
He would have got a letter from his wife who made 100. So Anyway.
A letter from his wife. Well, let me see his birthday. How far away was this dude before they clipped him?
I think like 3 months. Well, what do you mean? they
June
clipped him?
10th, you know. He had like literally 2 more. That's
I
scam.
my way. He didn't have 2 months, man. You seen the guy, man. He didn't have 2 months in him.
Listen, yeah, they had him on one Darth Vader life support, so that nigga was gonna live another 100 years. I promise you. He had the best healthcare in the world.
So what
I
did we
thought
have
they
to
were
watch?
using Tony. Man, that's what I thought. I thought he was gonna make it to 150.
What's your conspiracy theory today, Mawa? What did they do to kill him? Why did they kill him?
I think he just died. I have no conspiracy theory today. Listen, yeah, like I said, literally anything could cause this guy. There could be a strong wind, and this nigga would have got pushed off his feet, and he would have banged his head. It would have been over.
One ghost, man.
I'm telling you, it's
My
not.
most favorite phrase would have killed that guy, man. Be on green, Squilch and a Glock would have killed that guy.
It was splitting the rock. It would have finished him. So I don't. Conspiracy theorists like me, I wouldn't even consider myself one of them. But like conspiracy theories have no reason to really think of something else because he actually had every other reason.
He was
to
just an
go.
old man, like
Yeah, he was just
died of
just an
heart
old man.
cause, like.
I'm not seeing these people, man.
The real conspiracy is how he survived so long. That's what you should be delving into because I think he had
Yeah,
some.
so
sort
let's
of
see this healthcare. Let's see what is this healthcare they're using.
I mean, like if it is the King of England, obviously he'd get the best healthcare that there is to offer. So if they had something they were working on that wasn't to the public yet, they probably even be given to Prince Philip. Like Prince Philip, we confirmed that this will extend your life for so and
100%,
so.
man.
But at the same time, we're gonna have to use the blood of children, and he'll be like, I don't give a fuck. Do it right now.
That's
And this
kind
is
of
not.
that's kind of what happened with Donald Trump when he got COVID vaccine. They had to give him some like
There's a word
kind of
for it. It starts with the N, and it just creeps me out. They use the blood of
embryonic,
children. Yeah, that. What you say,
embryonic,
Alfred?
yeah, embryonic
Oh my god.
cells to make the vaccine with, and
That's
they
not
gave
the
it to
blood
Donald
of
Trump.
children, though. That's
Like
fetuses and stuff, isn't it?
it's like fetus cells, yeah. It's not
Yeah.
actually the blood of children, but like it's on the same train thought. Like
For the
somebody-
vaccine.
not for the vaccine, but they had to give Donald Trump some like special kind of super vaccine, if you will, because that guy was in like the top like high risk range, kicking all the boxes, old age, obese, and that guy was ready to take off if that vaccine, if the virus ever got a hold of him.
Them
Properly.
embryonic cells will save your life.
I can
That's
do wonders,
mad.
man.
That's
You boys
mad.
think that's ethical?
That what?
Using embryonic like fetuses, like dead embryonic cells to
Oh,
dead fetuses
it's definitely not
to
ethical,
repair people.
but it might be the thing to do at really, really dire cases. You know, it's not definitely not ethical. No way, no sir. You're actually just using. Wait, I don't even want to get into it, but like, is it like actually dead fetuses that they've already, that have been spliffed up, or they're actually making people have
I don't
kids and then
split
use
it. It's like aborted cells.
mad? So the baby's
Yeah.
already dead.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's a bit sticky still because I know they have like regulations about it, but a lot of the time they're trying to get, because we all have some level of embryonic cells, but just that when you're a kid, you have a lot more compared to when you're an adult. So they're now trying to turn normal adult cells into embryonic cells.
I know how embryonic cells can heal limbs, like
they can do wonders, man, because they can turn into anything. That's the.
Is that what Dr. Connor was using in The Amazing Spider-Man? The guy turned into Lizard Man.
really, man. That guy was injecting lizard tail into his arms.
I thought he cured himself. He just said, "Why is my hand
Look
looking
at-
like Larry the Lizard Man?"
Look, I'm not even from
Fuck off, man.
any person I talk to that's from Nigeria. They always say that there's lizards roaming around the floors, man. That's what Dr. Connor. He got the lizard cells from those lizards roaming around in Nigeria, and he injected it into his arm.
Those lizards
So-
are fucking disgusting, man. I hate them so much, man. Them and birds, man.
I think Dr. Connor had the right idea, though.
He
Like,
did,
obviously,
though.
lizards can
He
repair
did-
the thing. He had the right idea,
Yeah,
just not the.
like a lot
not the right
of
species,
animals
like.
have certain traits that if we were able to replicate them in humans, we'd actually just be one leveled up species. So it's just don't try to be God, because God look at you and he'll say, "Yep, your time has come."
Apparently, humans can recover limbs. Your body just thinks it's effort, so it just doesn't do it.
Well, yeah,
Like,
well there's the argument where it's
Think
just kind of
it's
like,
quicker to just like numbing over.
mm,
But like,
leave you with a
the
stub.
amount of energy and years it takes for your hand to get to this level now, and trying to replicate
Yeah.
that all over again.
We
It's
don't
mad.
have that kind of metabolism,
Nah.
that kind of regeneration.
I mean, then it goes into the argument of how, like, the way they always say, like, well, we're only using like 10% of our brain. This is not that we actually just be gods, right?
That's a myth.
Nah, that's a myth. But like deep what Bruno's example. If we try to like replicate that, we'll kill ourselves. The amount of energy it takes to regenerate a full arm.
I
took years to
promise
get
you,
onto this-
I promise you, a big meal of pounded jam would be enough energy to reduce a new arm. I can't lie to you.
Well, let this pounded yam go, man.
I'm
You ate it
telling
once on
you,
live and you
The
can't let it
carbs,
go.
no. The carbs that you would get from that, I promise you, you might even make a new whole
no, no.
clone
How can carbs repair muscle, tissue, cells?
because
Bro.
it's pounded jam.
You're
Gonna give them
finished,
something
guy,
that
man.
you actually
And then
stupid,
you sprinkle a bit of vibranium on it, and then you're
I
done.
will get out this podcast.
Bruno.
I'll pause
This
podcast,
is why.
man.
This is why we know my couldn't hack biology class. This is why we know my couldn't hack high level biology, man. Look at him
Dead
now.
ass, man.
I just
Both
look,
of them are telling you what's happening.
you boys, in my lifetime,
pounded
you
jam.
boys will never convince me to go and look at that dench book and say, "Yeah, I learned that for 2 years." Never. I already did
You
one brick
were
one.
you were in on lunch times. You didn't even get to enjoy lunch. So I don't know what you're talking about. Like.
Yeah, I didn't have one brick book to learn off though. That's the thing though.
Oh, you had a
Yeah,
brick
but you
lesson,
had a
bro.
brick ass. Your course is like your subject was 10 times more brick and biology.
I will put my hands on my head. in terms of problem solving, more brick. But I'd rather have a problem solving brick course than one you just have to learn shit off. I just said, no, I'm not doing biology. No, sir. No way, no, sir.
I just learn out biology. You actually have to understand it. If you don't understand it, then you're finished.
It's calm still. Once that was the
I
only
think it's
problem.
calm.
It was calm, man.
But like, yeah, you did history and stuff where you have to learn off.
Ask me
Exactly,
if I studied
based on
history.
that.
Ask me
Thanks.
again if I actually learned them essays. I pulled up like this. I said, boys, I'm about to chat was. And I got a H4. Let's go. I want to believe, boys.
Put
I,
1940 here,
if I'm honest with
1520
myself,
here,
yeah.
1310 there.
If I'm honest with
Yeah, all
myself,
that shit.
I probably barely got that H4. There's no way I got a good grade with no study at all. There's no way. I probably just got like a fair, like what, a 61 or 60 on the dot to get that H4.
Maybe bell curve helped you.
Bell curve definitely helped me because do you know them ones when you're writing so much you have to start doing this? I was doing that for the whole game. I was like, yeah, I'm writing all
I
this.
hate that. In
Guy-
English,
Mhm.
I used to
And you get the
kill
little
you.
indent on your finger. Oh my gosh.
Them
Like,
niggas
I
had
have-
us doing 3 comparative essays, man.
The thing is, I haven't fully healed from that my English leaving cert. I still feel it in my wrist. Whenever I tweak it a little bit, it just feels
Yeah, I
like
wanna.
it's a bit loose.
Yeah, you're risking it all, man. You risk it all for finishing this one exam. I don't know
To get
why
a
that
H4.
exam was just so long.
And you know when they hit you with that 10 minutes until the exam is start, and you haven't even done the last essay yet.
Oh my god.
You're doing
You're seeing chicken scratch all over your page, man. Fuck off, man.
that ass, man.
I even
You know
remember
the month you are even trying to write neatly, you are doing your best neatly writing, that goes out the window. You're doing
you
scribbles.
don't prosper. You don't prosper. Them kind of niggas don't prosper. That's them kind of niggas look at the essay and go, mwah. Yeah, okay, this is a good essay, but they get 33% because they just did one part of the whole exam.
That ass, man.
It's not for me. It's not for me.
Okay.
But you know, like, do you boys know the things that like the royal family have done? Like, I just know I never speak on it because I don't know the actual. I've never actually looked it up myself. But obviously,
Yeah.
there's a reason why they are memeing on Prince Philip because he actually was
Guy.
the old man who died. But obviously, because he's done, I feel like a lot of people are like me as well, but they just kind of just don't care. But I feel like there are actually people that went to go and research what happened with Princess Diana and whatnot. Like, do you guys know?
Yeah.
Well, like, okay. I talk about princess internal family matters. Or
What
I
are
talk
the
about, like,
what are
well,
the so-called deep dark secrets that a lot of people know about the royal family? Was what I'm asking. That people are allowed to make fun of someone's death like this.
I don't think it's what he's did. Like, I know he's made a lot of racist comments, but like that's something that you expect. It's the fact that like he literally embodies imperialism, colonialism, like at the highest level. Like this guy is a prince, and the only reason he's a prince is because he stole power and stole land from other countries and got it back. Like when you're literally at the face of that, people are gonna hate you regardless.
That's true.
When you're at the face of that, people are gonna hate you regardless. Because the guy is even older than some countries that he helped control. I was seeing one quote when someone was saying like Prince Philip is older than India, which was colonized for his name, for the royal family name. And how are people supposed to look at him and say, "Oh yeah, that guy's a G, that guy's a good guy"? Nah, people look at him and say, "Fuck off."
They were thinking of trying to make it a national holiday when he left, and people were tweeting like, "Oh, my country was colonized by England, so can we have a day off too?" It was, "Oh, me too, me too." And I was like, "Rah." If you really think about it, the British Empire really actually colonized.
It was dench, man.
It was dench.
That the sun never sent to the British Empire. Remember when our history teacher taught us that the sun never
To this
sent
day,
to the
there's
British
Union Jacks on some countries' flags.
for no reason.
But it's like, do you ever think? I think we had this conversation beforehand. If Africa wasn't, colonized by the English and whatnot, in some cases, some people argue that yes, we were colonized, blah 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 blah, but it helped us in certain ways.
Look, yeah, let's not justify what they did. Let's not.
I'm
try
not. No.
justify what they
I'm
did.
not justifying what I did.
Let's not try
Listen.
justify it.
Listen exactly what I said.
You're
I just
saying
said
it's helped.
in some
guy, like nah, man, because it was always like the give and take, and that take was always monstrantly more than the give in almost every aspect. Like they'll give you like knowledge on how to build railroads, but only so you could take the resources out of the country.
They weren't building roads for the people. They were building roads straight back to England to transport all the stuff they were stealing.
That's the only way they give you. They give you knowledge on how to operate machinery so that you know how to make that machinery for them. It's not that they give you they would give you something for you to prosper your own country. They give you so they help you, so it helps them in the long run. That was only it.
Fair enough.
And you
It
think about the
does.
culture that implanted in so many Africans, a culture of dependence, where they think that we need to speak English to be seen as proper. We need to do things in English way that may not even work in an African setting to see it as proper. Like I was seeing one news article where the country was importing like massive frozen pizzas from UK, which was resulting in crazy debits in the country. Just,
Yeah.
just because that people are like that, because they think that that's the right thing to do. It's actually madness if you think about it. There's no
Just
good
back
thing.
years. Mentally, they set nearly every country in Africa back years. Like,
Yeah. Oh my.
although yeah, the advanced technology, this, that, but we would have got there eventually. Like,
And what happened
just would
through
have
culture?
taken longer. Like your country, Nigeria, is literally they took like how many different ethnical tribes and put it in one and called you Nigeria. Like,
Yeah, I get you.
Nah, that one was because they moved with that one.
like they forced you to become a country. Like, you actually can't back anything they've done. Like,
So now that Darth Vader has gone, are you guys bopping or are you guys celebrating or what's your stance on it?
God, I'm just indifferent to it. I don't like supporting someone that unless they're like directly responsible. And even though he is a prince, he wasn't the actual directly responsible for those things. So I'm very indifferent, but I can understand why someone would like despise him and despise everything he stands for. So I get
something
why.
is funny, I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
I'm not against the guy. But if something is funny, I'm gonna laugh.
That's it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But
Would you say
what do you boys think about?
would you put an RIP in your bio for him?
No, fuck off, man.
Is
That's
it
not.
drugs that you take?
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
Man, why are you asking? Do you?
No
Well,
RIP. No.
Is this something
no,
you would do, my way?
I'm just asking. Would you guys put RIP Philly in your bio?
Yeah, as if EDL won't come after you, man. They'll call you some dirty monkey, man.
How can you say? You didn't even say Philip. How
I'm
can you say
recording.
RIP Philly?
RIP Philly. You were a real one, even though your family standing for this,
no.
this, and that. You hate to see it. RIP.
What you boys think about what's going on in France right now with the banning of hijabs and stuff?
I think it's a bit mad.
That's so sure Islamophobia, man.
Yeah, I know a few people that were trying to back it, but I was just kind of like,
Niggas are trying to back it.
Their mentality was that if you go to someone else's country, you have to abide by their customs, and if they say that they don't allow this,
It's not
then you can't do
customs
this.
though. It's literally just making laws based off of being
Yeah,
Islamophobic.
and I get that, but they're saying that if they're trying to stop so-called terrorists, this is and that, and then for people, hiding their face, blah 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 blah. One way of doing that is just to ban it all right together.
Well, it's not going to be all
Aye,
right together, man. They won't ban like nuns and all who want to cover themselves. And they
exactly.
won't ban
Yeah,
any
but
Christian.
that's because they're not the reason why they're not trying to attack. They're not trying to specify on nuns. They're trying to get at Muslims. That's what they're saying. Ban hijabis, not ban whatever
So,
they
like,
call it. I don't know what it's called.
that means like it's Islamophobia because it's not trying to get at like the terrorists and you just kind of back it. It's just a
Yeah,
blank
like
attack against Muslims for that reason. You get me?
that
Is
us.
it going true?
What's the going through?
Like
Yeah,
it's been passed. So if
one woman who was at the beach just chilling. And the police made her take it off.
mad.
And it's even getting worse, man. They're trying to ban halal meat as well. Like, and you can't say halal meat is
Oh
converting
yeah,
people to terrorism.
and they're saying that if you sell halal, if you're a halal meat store, you have to sell like pork and alcohol as well.
They're trying to run them out of the country.
That's mad.
Like you can't say, "Oh yeah, halal meat is turning people to terrorists." Whoa, we need to ban it.
You'd be surprised, Alfred. You'd be surprised. How
I've been eating halal meat for like since bygone.
At least I wouldn't say every African, but most African people have eaten halal meat in their life.
Yeah, I'm probably eating without me even noticing it, but you don't see me saying, "Yep, it's time for niggas to go."
Halal meat is way healthier than regular, just store-bought meat. Like,
What is the difference though? Is it not just a what's it called?
think the separation of blood is done in a very ceremonial way, like some kind of special way.
Say
The
again, Alfred.
blood is separated from like the meat in a special way. I
The way
think
it's
that
done, and just the way they take care of the meat in general is a lot cleaner.
Interesting.
mm,
I guess the French niggas are really just trying to just run them out then.
it doesn't make sense though, because French colonized a lot of Muslim countries. Like they call Morocco, Algeria, and then they're trying to say, boys, you can't come back, but you can't come move their motherland. That makes no sense, bro. You want them on the team, now they come, now you're getting angry. Fuck off.
Yeah, but obviously they're not benefiting from that colonialism anymore, so they're like, what the fuck are these niggas doing here?
It's true. It's true.
Everyone be with you, man. Everyone be with you.
Can't eat your cake and slice it or whatever they say. I can't lie.
Needed to.
They're
What do you
they're-
boys think about the backlash Bobby Shmurda is getting from having a white girlfriend?
Oh my
Seriously?
God, I've logged off Instagram, man. I don't like Instagram
And
anymore.
mad backlash for it.
I don't.
When I saw,
like
I was like,
Instagram.
I didn't think Bobby was a white girl man, bro. It's whatever.
I
But
thought he was.
he's getting proper backlash, like.
I don't know.
I told you people will flip on him. I knew it. Like you like the idea of a real gangster, taking years. This is not. But when he does something that in that culture is wrong, you're gonna come after him the same way you come after everybody else, and if not more. Because if it was any other celebrity, it might not be that deep. But because Bobby Shmurda is his pop culture figure in terms in the black community, him having a white girl is raise
The same
hell. This is
people
not.
who are backing like Kiki Palmer and these other celebrities who are getting with white men. Doesn't make sense.
Doesn't
Nah,
make
but
sense.
that's a different one. That's a different take because, like, a lot of black men like disparage and genuinely dislike like black women. So a lot of black women feel they have to like search outside to other different races in order to find a partner. Whereas I feel like with Bobby Schmurder, there was definitely black girls who were holding that, and he's just like, nah, I wouldn't. I
A
don't.
black
I
man
wouldn't.
doesn't want you, then move on. Like there's plenty of
Yeah,
other
but,
black men.
but it's this.
Let
It's
the
not. It's
man
not
do
the
what he
fact
wants to do.
it's not the fact that a black man doesn't want you. It's the fact that the number of black men that just don't want. If you look at the number of black celebrities or black athletes, you know, majority of them have either a very toned wife or partner, or they have a white partner. Like it's just a standard thing. So when you know that that amount of black men don't want you, it moves differently. You
Okay.
can't just say
But
it
there's
on
still
individual.
plenty. There's still plenty that do. Like
Yeah, but like, should a person have to be doing doing climbing walls, running to this place and that to find a black man that loves her like that? When
say
there's
my
no,
wife gets a white girlfriend. I take the piss out of my wife, but how am I
yeah, I
to
would.
say? How am I to look down on my wife because he has a white girlfriend? Like
I'm
doesn't
not
make
gonna,
sense. Like
I'm not gonna look down on him either as well. But I'm just gonna say, like, if you're like a public figure, yeah, the optics of that are just gonna move spooky. Like, imagine if Barack Obama had a white woman, white wife. You think African Americans will walk that hard for him to become president? They're looking at him saying he's just like everybody else. Exactly.
yeah,
When
that's
you're a
fair.
public figure, the optics of it, like black love is a thing that
Yeah,
people
but
really
the
want.
president of the United States and Bobby Schmurder are not on the same level. Like,
No,
they're nowhere near on
I'm not
nowhere
saying
near on the same
they are.
level.
I'm saying they're public figures. So
Like
when
obviously you have higher standards for him, but who cares if one regular rapper is just going for one white girl? Like
I'm not saying they're the same. I'm saying they're public figures, and that's the point I'm
Bobby
trying to make.
Shmurda, I'm pretty sure Bobby Shmurda even like denied the claims like we're not together. It was an Instagram. It was basically an Instagram video of the club, and he was with this white girl, and he was like, I guess she was kissing on the neck, some shit like that. I'm not even
nah, he was
Is that it?
like it was the whole thing. He was doing the most like he's been chilling with her, he's been doing a lot like it's
I don't
definitely
really
not just
I'm gonna look it up.
I don't know if they get together, but that's what they said. But you know, that's the sources of Instagram. So
Anyway, I don't really care, man. I hope Bobby just enjoys himself, enjoys his
I
life,
hope
man.
girls shut the fuck up sometimes. I can't lie. Just let people live their lives. Like, what's your actually issue? Like, you actually just want to come after this guy for no reason. It's actually just pissing me off. The
There's a
Dave thing
reason
pissed
there,
me
man,
off.
but
But now Dave,
it's not enough.
Hmm?
It's not enough that you're calling him.
exactly.
There's a reason there, but it's
if
not
he's
enough
dragging
that-
black women while
I
being
don't
this
get,
girl,
like,
fair
why-
enough. But he actually
they're
probably
always screaming, "Oh, they have the choice. People have the choice to do whatever they want." But then when somebody chooses to do something,
that's
then
not aligned with
they're
their
like,
thing.
yeah,
Oh
like
my
No,
then
God.
it's all of a sudden, oh, this is a bad choice. Like, what was that?
Like,
I'm vexed, man. It's actually pissing me off, man.
What you guys are saying is like we live in a vacuum. Like you don't take context and historical history into account. So when people are looking at it,
Look,
they're
yeah, Alfred, I can tell you 99% of those people don't know context and history and all this rubbish. They're not
Exactly.
stating facts. They're not
No.
stating the statistic facts that you're making now that you're back in the claims, man. They just want to hate him because he's gone for a while. They're just saying, oh, what's wrong with black guys? They don't care about the statistical facts of this, that.
But so like I'm just making the argument. I have to play devil's advocate because you know you too, man. You back any black man in the
But
not you.
I
We know
don't
what
back
the
any.
principle.
Yeah.
Right, well, back any black man. It
Like,
doesn't matter.
with the Dave thing, I understood because he had a party and there was no black girls whatsoever. Like, there was none. But like with this one, you just have, if he's putting down other black, if he has a history of putting down other black girls, then okay, fair.
Yeah.
But like if he doesn't, which I don't think he has, because he's only done like 2 songs and I haven't seen him say anything about black girls.
Yeah.
But
I'm not gonna lie. You should just let him live, man.
yeah, let him live his life. Like, if he says something, call him out on it. But if he just literally gets away with it, I don't see the problem.
Exactly that.
This is my way guy, but
Bro.
you know that video I posted the other day, Alfred, and it's like
Which
the toxic max. It's like, oh, yeah, you know, and it's the anime, and he goes, I don't want to hear this shit. That's where I'm at right now, man.
Oh my god.
I don't want to hear this
My
shit.
thing is, yeah, I understand what Alfred's saying, but at the same time, is there not cases where Bobby Smurda looked at a black woman, and he looked at a white woman, and just found the white woman more attractive, and that's not okay?
That's okay. That's okay.
But why is that
But, like,
such a huge,
Yeah,
huge
listen.
thing?
No, listen. There's bias there because it's guaranteed. There's going to be bias in a lot of cases. So he may be making that decision based on the fact that he's received a lot of media telling him that black women are ugly and white women are beautiful. I can't know that.
Bobby
but
Smurda
that's-
hasn't been in for 7 years, man. What you mean? He actually
Well, it's not-
is the prime example of not being influenced by the media. He actually just came out. What is going on
Alright,
here?
this happened. This started way before Schmurder,
Yeah,
man.
well, like,
This started
this is way
Schmurder. Like, so you can't just say that one. And like, as soon as he got out, he's probably exposed to a lot of media with that similar kind of trend.
Of black girls being ugly.
Maybe black was being ugly and so
In
on.
2021.
not even being ugly. But the
those
white
people
woman
that-
has always been put on a
Okay, yeah,
pedestal
I
that
I
they
understand the
were
white women
always
pedestal
above
one, but not the black girls
black
being ugly in 2021. Yeah, okay,
Oh,
I
black
get
girl
that.
being like less desirable. Like, guy, you remember that trend on TikTok where they're having the black girl here, the white girl here, and then all the black guys were in line and did a whole run to the white girl side. That's what they like. That kind of that's what that kind of media is popular. That kind of thing is what a lot of people want to consume. What a lot of people want to see. They want to.
especially in America with the
Yeah.
whole yellow bone and all this type of stuff.
Yeah, man. That's even opening a different kind of
So,
worms.
yeah, it
Well,
is
if you like,
something else.
we should schedule a call for Bobby Schmurda to talk to Dr. Umar so Dr. Umar can put some sense into his brain, because at this point everyone's Dr. Umar on Twitter. But the thing is with Dr.
Only
Umar,
takes
it
a
annoys
little
me
bit
because when
of
Dr.
white
Umar talks,
brainwash.
he's speaking facts. It's annoying me.
Oh, he's
When
speaking
like
facts.
I actually
He's
don't
speaking
like
facts.
it. I can't
And you know,
argue
He
against
even
it.
says it twice.
He,
Just so
he
it enters
explained
your brain.
Let me tell
he
you,
explained how the black man dating a white woman is the black man's way subconsciously of thinking that he's on the same level as his
as
oppressor.
a white
This
man.
I was like,
You have to just keep it, man.
I said, wait a minute, have I been programmed this whole time? But like I said,
I think he even says it 3 times just so it unprograms your brain.
Exactly.
I know if Dr. Umar gets a hold of this problem, he's like, I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. No.
Let me just block this QCast member. Let me just block this QCan member.
No. Let Bobby day who he
Fuck.
wants to day at the end of the day.
That puppy.
You know,
Guy,
so
you been watching? Have you boys been watching the new Falcon and Winter Soldier?
I haven't
Nah,
caught up with
China,
any
I'm waiting
shows
till
yet.
it's all out. I'm waiting till it's all out.
Man, that thing's going crazy. I can't even lie. But anyway,
You watch WandaVision?
nah,
Oh, that one's crazy. You have to watch that one.
I have to watch. I'm watching Invincible right now, along with Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I watched The Boys quite recently. That was very good.
There's so many shows to keep up with. I mean, I'm still chilling here with Star Wars and one anime. I'm just like, boys, I don't know how I can find time to keep up with all these shows. But I haven't been spoiled for any of these shows, so I probably will eventually get to it. If I get spoiled, I'm not doing it. I heard WandaVision's good. Heard Captain America is on the rise. Disney Plus really eating right now. But so basically, okay, so I have something.
Yeah.
Have a topic. Have a topic. So Cam, if y'all niggas didn't know, I've been streaming on Twitch and it's been a lot of fun, right? And we've been playing this game
Mhm.
on Twitch called Life is Strange. I'm not trying to spoil too much, but it's basically like it's one, you know, one of them games that's basically like a movie and you have choices throughout the game to like do stuff, blah blah blah, stuff like that. So it's
Yeah.
been fun, right?
Yeah.
So then this girl, Max, long story short, she has the power to like time travel like slightly backwards to change certain stuff. But at one point in time, she's able to go really far back. So she decides to go like way back in time and save her best friend's dad, who at the time dies because he goes out to go on a drive to go pick up the wife at the time, but gets into a car accident. So in the game, you hide the keys. And I knew butterfly effect, obviously, so I didn't want to do it because I knew something fucked up's gonna happen when I go back into the present. But the game obviously wants you to do that shit, yeah.
Mhm.
So obviously he comes back home, and then like I said, butterfly effect happens, and instead of the dad dying, the best friend that you have, Chloe, is now wheelchair bound because she gets into the car accident instead she doesn't die. And it kind of killed me. Like I've never felt so much emotion out of a game when I was talking to Chloe, blah 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 blah, and no one talks to her in this timeline at all. She was really popular back in the other timeline, and like she's, oh, I'm so glad that you actually went to go talk to me, blah blah blah. And this made me deep. That I can't lie. My chat was telling me that like, oh, would if you had a friend like that and they were like wheelchair bound, machine bound, would you feel obligated to stay with them like constantly every day and night like that? Because like, you know,
Mm.
you may have low-key caused this, or would you just try and live your own life and just keep it stepping?
So what? How did the person cause it?
So you went back in time to save her dad, right? So now her dad's alive. But in this
Yeah.
timeline now, she ends up in a car crash instead of her dad. And she doesn't die, but now she's wheelchair bound and she's immobilized. She can't do nothing at all. She has to eat through her throat. She can barely even talk. This and that.
Oh,
Back to the Future, Marty McFly. We go back again.
exactly, man.
And in the
Oh,
game,
Go back again.
and in the game, that's what you do. You decide like this is not the timeline you want, so you end up letting her dad die. But at the time, I was just thinking that like, although I love my friend, this is and that. I feel like I'd be bound to them, and I wouldn't live my life out anymore if I was constantly seeing them out of guilt rather than I actually like them. And when someone's in that condition, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I
Did
can.
you tell,
What?
when you were going back before you went back in time the first time? Did you tell your friend that you're gonna go and save her dad?
No, because in that timeline, she doesn't know you have this power. In the normal timeline, you tell her that you have this power and blah 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 blah. So
Nah, because if you didn't tell her yet, I think I would actually feel guilty bound to her because
It'll
I
make a
did it.
difference though, because they wouldn't know. You literally have erased the whole thing.
No,
Like,
but if she helped like come to that conclusion, like if she helped with that decision and she said, okay, I want my dad back, and then she was ready to accept the consequences, then I could bring back her dad. She could be wheelchair bound, and I could walk away because I know that she was ready to accept it that way. But if I did that on my own, man, I took that decision from her.
and by the way,
left
not
away.
only that changes, you become friends with your arch nemesis in the game, and like certain stuff is out of place. You don't have a good relationship with your mom. You know, this butterfly effect is just mad. Like if you just
Wow.
the shit is just like, you ever think of that? I think I told you about this in the podcast. I thought this told me, I can't remember. Like how it works is that like, say there's two boats going in the exact same direction, exact same speed, but then boat B decides to go 5 degrees to the left. Guy, give it an hour, it's this way. Give it 2 days, it's completely that way. So one tiny little thing can change, even fuck up. I haven't got too far into the game from that point, but I'm assuming a lot more stuff must have been fucked up ever since you saved that guy's life.
Bruno.
yeah,
I personally don't think
I'll
I'd stick around.
rev up that
what do you
DeLorean.
say?
We're going back. Rev up that DeLorean. We're going
You
back.
know them ones are going back.
Yeah, going back.
We're going back.
What the fuck? I'm
But
going
what
best
but
friends.
what
This
but what I'm saying is like, um would you stick by someone that's literally like incapable of even like, having a normal friendship with like that out of guilt?
nah. I would resent that person after a while, man. I'd actually want to kill you. I actually like. I'll even do small things that would eventually end up killing you.
You know what? She even asked. She literally asked, like, "Oh, I'm so glad I got to see my best friend again after 7 years. But like, my mom and dads don't want it. Will you please just?" And she asked me to overdose her and end up killing her. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I had to refuse, and she got mad at me.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Utilization.
Yep.
One time, I'm not gonna do it subconsciously. I'm gonna be like, okay, let me just have a little bit of benzylchloroquine, and you're just gonna drink that and go.
Because
no one
as the
me.
conversation went on, you could really you found out that she low-key did resent you, and she was like, "You only talking to me now after 7 years. I had to do this all by myself. I was so lonely, blah 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 blah. This and that." And I feel like if I went, obviously in hindsight, maybe she wanted it, but if I told her like, this wouldn't have happened, but because I saved your dad, I think as a
Wait,
person,
is it them ones when you come back from traveling back in time? It's been 7 years.
yeah.
Damn, now fuck that.
Oh,
That's no good.
and that means you didn't leave on purpose. Like,
So
you
say,
just came
okay,
back in time. You couldn't
I
control it.
don't think I've explained it properly. So the storyline is you come back to your old town after 7 years from college. You had to go meet up with your friend. You become friends with your friend again, blah 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 blah, and then the storyline continues. And then you decide to go back again. So imagine the game starts at that 7-year time skip again, and then you go meet up with your friend. But instead of your friend being alive and healthy and her dad being dead, she's now wheelchair bound. So it's still the same kind of like interaction at the beginning, like, oh, I haven't seen you in so long. Except there's
Fuck
more. There's more.
Yeah, but the difference is, yeah,
There's more
they were
resentment
left
there.
alone
They
in
were left alone
a
because they were
wheelchair,
wheelchair and all
doing
of
their
her other
own
friends.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just kind of like,
Yeah.
nah,
Fuck
boys.
that one. Like fuck that one.
I don't think I could. I ain't gonna lie
Yeah,
to
that
you.
one, I'm going back in time to try and
I'm going
fix
back in
it.
time. I'm going back in time.
No, but I'm just saying if you could even go back in time, if you actually just firm that future, I don't think I'd stick around for more than a week. I can't lie. It'd be too sad to see it.
Nah, that's bad out, man.
It's bad out, and I've accepted it. I've accepted it as bad out, but I
I'm-
cannot live my
That's
life
bad
out
out.
like that. I
I
can't lie.
You're the
agree with you.
cause of it.
I agree,
At least
man.
man up and stick around and help your friend. Like,
Nah,
you
That's
lacked in those
true.
7 years, but make up for it. Like,
nah. I don't
You
know.
can't make up for it. Like how I left
can't
you
make up for
wheelchair
it, but you can make it as easy as you can for the rest of their life. Like,
bound.
you
That means you
dipping
sacrifice
is
your
just
life, man.
leaving them to dry. Like, and then you have to live without the rest of your life. Like,
I think I'd
And
rather
listen,
live
man,
with that guilt than stick
I
around
don't
for that long.
unless you like one of those peculiar type of people, because everyone is
you
innately
man are
selfish.
taking the easy way out. You man are pussy-os.
I am. I am. I'll say it with my chest because if you saw what I was doing, I was changing her IV bags, and that was just for a 20-minute conversation and this and that. And I even had to go upstairs to get the morphine because she was having pain-inducing stuff from her legs, and I was like, nah, I don't know if
So
I
you're
can.
saying that if you boys did that to me, you're just gonna leave me there to dry?
I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you like this, and I'll say, Bruno, I'm so sorry what happened to you. But my timer is now 72
no,
hours.
your real one
When the
is. 'Cause even
72
your
hours
close
is
friends
gone.
can disappoint you.
What you say?
I said, know who your real ones are.
Wait, one
Because
more.
even your close friends can disappoint you.
How for
Bruno
what you
was the
say?
one saying. Bruno was the one saying, guys, if you ever get hopped in London or we ever see some man shit in London, you're not one beside me yet. I'm so sorry. I'm not going back for you, man.
Look, yeah, I'll back you boys. You boys know if it's beef, I'm on it. But like, them ones, if we're gonna get whacked, what are you fighting for? We all dash together, like. What?
There's a lot more possibility.
And if you fall and splash your head in a pool.
Nah, with the fighting one, there's a lot more things you can do. You can maneuver around this one's count. But this one is actually you spend 4 to 5 hours of your day taking care of this person. I don't know if I could do it.
I'm just saying, let me do that in my own scenario. So if we're getting whacked, yeah, and we all decide to run, one of us trips. If you go back to help that boy that trip, you're gonna get a good few leaks. I won't say black guy, bruised arm, or all that. You may even get like
curb stomped, man. One guy will even say, "Yo, bro, get my Timbs." You'd be shook, man.
So
why the real question is, why did you fall?
Are you gonna go back up, bro?
No, why did you fall?
Like this my work.
Why did you fall? Because if it's natural gravity that made you fall, that's your own luck. God knows, that's your own luck. But if they threw something at you, that's bad out. I had left you out. But if you fell just because you couldn't keep up with your momentum and you fell, oh my gosh, I'm still running.
The whole like you're running too fast for your own good and you fell. That's your own. Like.
That's actually just your own. I said you made
you
it.
Know them ones by when you even slip like this.
Niggas that just don't know how to fall and they're like in limbo for a good 10 seconds. Just you don't know if they're gonna fall or not. They just continue to run. Nah, forget.
I'm gonna make it more similar to Mario's scenario. So let's say you're the one that actually caused that dispute. So those people are getting angry at you. They want to whack you. They want to curb something, all that. So you boys just look at each other and then you know to run. So you all start running. Let's say Mario trips. The curbs on even without this gravity. Sorry, the curbs of even 1 point. Leg catches it. Trips falls down. If you turn back, you're getting licked.
Who told you to chip on that curb? Who told you to chip on that curb?
I won't lie.
Did you not see that the curb was
you
there?
have 2 eyes like.
You not see there was a high rise.
Yeah.
You have pale eyes.
You have the same depth perception as me, bro. I don't know how you tripped.
Exactly. If I made it over, why can't you make over curb? Do you know curbs are like this big?
Ah,
It depends where we are, because them New York curbs be brick as hell, man. Them New York curbs you can fall.
It depends if I have time to
So-
come back and grab you. If I
so
have time
you're
to
the one
come
that
back.
caused the
No, I
argument.
know.
Fam.
No. How Alfred explained is that if you go back, you actually are gonna get whacked. But are you gonna get whacked as
How
bros?
badly are we getting
No,
whacked?
are you gonna get whacked? Like you're gonna get whacked a decent bit, but if you would help saving him, or are you gonna take those licks, those decent licks, a good few curves as well to save your bro? Are you just gonna dip?
I don't think
But
you,
you're the one that caused the
Alfred. I
argument.
don't think you realize how dense a curb stomp is. Like you actually bring someone's head against the floor
You're
and
fun.
you whack. And
You're
legs
fun.
are 3 times stronger than arms. So when someone puts your leg into the curb, you're actually done. You actually could die straight away.
Yeah, fun, bro.
Maybe not curb, so maybe a semi curb stomp, man. It gets some.
I mean, Kai, a curb stomp
curb
is a
stomp is a
curb
curb
stomp,
stomp. I
like
can't lie.
what?
Your brain is still gonna jiggle like a pickle jar and you're finished,
I
man.
can't take a curb stomp for you, man. I can take legs, can't take a
Yeah,
curb
actually,
stomp.
I won't lie. If it's hands, I can take it. But legs,
I can
Alfred, I'm
take it,
telling you,
but
So Bruno, you're the one that caused the argument that got
I'm
everyone
gone.
So Bruno causes the argument, yeah. My what trips because you're running because the argument you caused, you're not going back for him at all.
Look, yeah, I would be vexed if Bruno that he didn't go
Look,
back
yeah.
with me. But if I was in Bruno's situation, I'd do the same thing.
Exactly. Look at it's different because if you actually fall of your own volition, that's actually your own.
Oh, that's your
Because
own
we're
loss.
running at the same pace, in the same direction, and
For an
if I
argument
can
that
jump
you
the
caused.
curb, you can jump the curb too.
But
Like,
it's an argument that you caused, man. So in the
What?
end of the day, it's an argument that you caused that got everyone running. So you tell them,
look at me and Maiwa already have the brain waves it because he knows that if we're in the thing and we know we both have fight, we're both gonna look at each other and look back at these guys.
gonna
We're
laugh.
both gonna dash them a lick and dash.
Dash them a lick and dash. You gotta do something to get that few 4 seconds in so you can run. If you run straight away, they can catch you.
Exactly.
So if you box one of them in the nose, they'll be looking, oh, bro, you okay? While you're doing that, you better be doing a helter-skelter. If you're still looking like, guys, what's going on? That's your own.
You don't know the system and you're not in on it. Still there, Alfred is your own. But me and Maiwa, we have our system. We know when one of us is gonna get cheeky and it's time to dash.
I ain't gonna lie
both
to you
of them
boys. I ain't gonna lie to you boys. In my condition right now, I know I'm the one that's gonna lack because the way my hip be moving fugazi ever since I've been playing basketball, I know I'll be like, boys, my leg, my leg. And I can't
I've
even
already
get.
had experiences of that with my leg. If I
Yeah.
hear my leg, I'll say, Alfred, keep running.
Yeah. And at that point, it's my own fault. I should have got physiotherapy years ago, but I just decided that I don't care anymore. So I was just like, nah.
Alfred will even say the bus stop is there. I'll say we'll run to the next one.
Oh, you have to. You may have to even make 3 rights. Bam, 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 bam. And then go to the bus stop.
Exactly.
It's
You have to-
only if it's them ones. The only way we can get away is if we hop a fence or hop a gate or so. Then it's a bit bold because then obviously one of us could be just genetically better at hopping shit than the other. So if it's them ones, I hop it cleanly. I don't see you hop it as well because they've grabbed your leg. Then I'll come back and try licks for you, bro.
Nah, I don't know about that one. I'll be looking at you like Bruno and Schmiel in the boy in strap pajamas over the fence. I'll be saying, nah, I don't know. I'm not hopping that fence, bro. I'm not hopping that fence.
I'm not hopping over. I'm staying on my side and I'm gonna try grab you and pull you over, bro. If they pulled you down to the ground, we're both gonna look each other in the eye. I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, bro.
On the other side of the fence,
sorry,
man,
bro.
iron bars in front of us. I'm gonna look at you. You're gonna
Yeah,
look
man.
at me. Say,
You know that slow motion they play in the movies and you're looking at each other.
I'll look at Alfred
I'm
and
just
just
at
say,
the top of the
bro,
fence,
if you have a superpower right now, it'd be the best chance right now to unlock it. If you can't unlock it,
Go reach yourself, man.
you know.
Just don't laugh if they don't play your soundtrack. If they don't play your soundtrack in the background, you'd have no superpower and you're getting licks.
Nah, man. All you're
Rapping
gonna,
going on in the background, man. Fuck that shit, man.
I'm gonna watch, but if I hear, you already know how it goes on the roads.
I wish I knew the rhymes. Rap man is coming to you. I'm gone.
That is your own, man.
Nah, it's not for me, bro. I can't lie. I've accepted that part of myself. I'm not as virtuous as everyone else is. I'm actually okay with cutting a few niggas off, even though I know if it's my fault. That's why I want to ask you boys about the wheelchair thing. Would you boys back it?
Nah, that one I wouldn't. That's a different scenario. Physical pain and that kind of thing that you've done to somebody. on that kind of detrimental level
Listen, yeah,
is
my
crazy.
intentions were good. I saved your dad, but at the
Oh,
same time, you're in a
man.
wheelchair. So I'm just
You're
kind
a
of like,
cripple. Guy, most parents would sacrifice
I know.
themselves
And when
for
I
their
went
kids.
out of the room, right, I saw the mom and dad literally crying in their rooms because they couldn't pay the fees. They couldn't. They're about to get kicked out of their house because the amount of money they needed to pay to keep their daughter alive was too much. So I was like, nah, boys.
Nah, man. You actually put them in a split,
Oh, is
man.
this one they can't even leave there? Like they can't even leave the hospital.
No. Like so it's so mad to me because I've been to their house multiple times, but then in this timeline, the garage they used to have is now her room that has all of her medical equipment and blah 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 blah. And she goes to weekly checkups to the hospital. This is a nah. So I'm just like, nah, this is too fucked up. Nah, I actually feel like
But she can't enjoy life or not. Like,
no, not at all.
So
she's
you get
if she's
food
not
for
on that hospital bed,
Like-
then she's in the hospital.
like-
There's no there's no
no.
hopping in a wheelchair.
Yeah,
and
no,
going out and-
yeah. You can. Like
Well, you can't.
when I first talked to her, she was in a
Well,
wheelchair and she's
calm,
moving
like-
like this. Yeah, but she hates
That's
that shit.
calm.
Yeah, but you say that, Bruno, but if you see her in the main storyline, she's literally the person that literally is like, she's the most free. She's parkouring up and down. So to see her in a wheelchair, I said, nah, this is killing me, boys. It's killing
Obviously,
me.
it would be pain. But man, I can't be a pussy and be like, all right, in a bit, like, what?
Nah, man.
Hide, man.
I'm going back to my.
I'm gonna chill with my bro. I'll ride for my bros. Not for you niggas, man, because you niggas won't ride for me.
I'm doing Cardi B. Oh no, I think that was Nicki Minaj, but yeah, I can't lie. I'm gone, man. I'm gone. I'm leaving. I'm gone. I can't stay here no more.
I can't sleep on the floor. I'm leaving. You know I
But
got
like,
my
I
reason.
at least I said I'd stay for a few days, but I think knowing my
What's a few
personality,
days, man? You're missing for 7 years. You broke off her whole life. Like,
she
guys,
doesn't have to know
just
that.
leave, man.
She doesn't have
Just,
to know
if
that.
it was me, I'd say just fuck off, my man. Just fuck off.
Yeah, I know, but you
Don't
don't.
even try to stay for a few
You don't.
days,
You
so
don't
fuck
know
off.
that I caused you to have a wheelchair. You just. It was just a recent event. She doesn't know about my time travel thing. Like, if I told her, then fair enough.
Yeah, but you know.
I know, but I don't have to tell her. What do you mean? I don't have to tell her.
But still, you know, and you're still just coming chilling like everything's good.
You're not actually an up in disguise. Do you actually
You're an
realize?
up, man. You're actually an up.
Nah, it can never be me, bro. It can never be me. I
Oh,
cannot stay there
okay.
that long. No.
Because I actually think that.
But why would you tell her though? Because she'll be conflicted. Like, oh, do I want my dad to die, or
You
do I want to
coming
be in
and
this?
acting like everything is calm.
Yeah,
Like, if you don't tell her, but you actually stay in and you're gonna like be their friend and actually stay and be calm with them and help them through it.
Like,
help
just
them, but like the thing is, yeah,
chill for a few days and then dip.
but the
Like,
thing is, yeah, she's not even surviving that long. That's what she was like, and my time has to come. Because I read a letter in her room, and it showed like the doctor saying like, look, she only has like a few weeks left. There's nothing we can do. So get your.
are you staying for those few weeks though?
I won't like, it didn't give a set amount of time. I just said weeks in my head. If it's a few weeks, yes, I would. But like, I don't lie. If it says a few months, I gotta go.
oh, yeah, actually,
Can't
yeah.
back you on this.
What you mean?
I was expecting like years. I was thinking,
Yeah, this one's your own relation. Yeah, I thought this was like they're still gonna live the rest of their life just in that.
Nah, the way the doctor
end.
explained it is that she doesn't have more than a year, from what I'm
I'll
assuming.
stay with them till the end. I'll stay with them till the end.
Yeah, same. I'm revving up that DeLorean first of all. Fuck that shit, man. You
How
can
about
lose your
the family if I can?
Listen, yeah, knowing my personality, I wouldn't even be in the situation because I wouldn't even go back in time to go fuck up the timeline like that in the first place. But if I was in that situation, it's just every time I look at time travel movies, I just say, I don't know what you think is gonna happen, but it's not gonna happen like that. I promise you.
God, I think it's. I don't know.
Time travel is scary, man.
It's scary.
Because
Because okay, what if you saved his dad, or her dad, but then your dad ends up dying?
Why would my dad end up dying from
Butterfly effect, man. You know how this works.
Bro, that's just sci-fi.
Look,
it's not actually real time travel.
in this life, yeah, you save a life
has to go. Listen, yeah,
Look it up.
that is scientific. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So the dad doesn't get spliffed up, but your dad gets spliffed up. Would you do it? No, I wouldn't, because at the end of the day, we are selfish creatures. I'm not doing it.
We don't have to give in to our selfishness.
Yes, yeah, I'm not King Arthur of the Knights of the Four Corners, man. I'm gone, man. I'm going.
It's back to the round table, man. This guy didn't read.
Oh, nah, man. This is the Fugazi version. It's King.
Yeah, but King Arthur would put his life on the life for his
Okay,
man.
wait, Bryn, did you hear what I said?
What do you say?
Instead of saying the Knights of the Round Table, I said the Knights of the Four Corners.
I can't hear you. Hold on. The
And
connection's breaking up, so I didn't hear what you said.
I said instead of saying King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, I said King Arthur and the Knights of the Four Corners. This is the Fugazi B-Tech version, man.
Go away, Moyo. Go away. King Arthur would put his life on the line for his man. So fly.
King Arthur is a flawed character in my opinion, but it is what it is.
What? The guy-
You're a flawed character, in my opinion, Moyo. You're a flawed character, but
Nah, King Arthur was actually willing to sacrifice everything for his country. That's not what a king is supposed to do. I can't lie.
What? What's the
No,
king
what?
supposed to do?
Now sing. And the reason why I have this different opinion is about a certain anime I watched. And in the anime, there was 3 kings. One, King Arthur, that sacrificed everything for his men. The second one was the greediest among all. But in him being greedy and selfish, it inspired his men to look up to him and like do better, blah, 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 blah. And that was just one that was just a dickhead, I can't lie. But the one that was the greediest as well, it sounds so mad. You need to watch the anime. It's only 13 episodes. The way
What's
he
that mean?
explained it, I was like, I don't lie. Should a king really have to sacrifice himself for his people? Or is it not the real reason why he's king that he's up on that level that he's kind of like, nah. I can't explain. I need to
Bro.
rewatch that episode. I can't lie.
you know the angels that watch over you just look at you and they just go,
Don't even read you.
Listen, yeah, if Prince Philip had a choice, listen, yeah, you live for another 50 years, but 50,000 people have to die. You'll say, do it.
Guy.
would you do it, Maiwa?
Didn't Jesus say
That
guy,
one, if I was 100 years old and I had an extra 50 years to live, I had 50,000 die.
Yeah.
Nah, I won't do that one. That was bad. That was
Yeah.
bad. That was
I'll
bad.
actually. I'll,
I've lived my life. But if I was like
Boys.
at my age right now, I don't lie.
boys, say if a loved one, yeah, say if one of your family members or your closest bros, like one of us three, yeah,
hmm
a loved one, yeah, died, yeah, and you could bring them back, but to bring them back, a person you know has to die, not a person you're close with, just a person you might have met once or acquainted with, but they have to die for you to bring them back. Like, you boys do it. You don't kill them or nothing. You just say calm, and then it happens.
I'll do it.
So it's not a person I'm actually close to yet. This person I know of.
No, but like you're gonna see it, like you're gonna see it, like obviously it's gonna be all over Snapchat. It's gonna be on the news. It's gonna be like this person died, and you know this person.
But I don't have any like strong feelings towards them. I just know that they exist. You get me?
What?
I don't have any like strong feelings towards them. I just know they exist. They're more
Yeah.
like friends. You get me? If that's the case, I
Yeah.
think I would do as well.
Damn, you man would kill people just to bring back a loved one.
If it was someone like my mumsy, I can't lie. That guy has to go. He has to go.
Isn't that
Especially if it was premature. My thing is that if you haven't lived out your life, I'm willing to sacrifice another life for yours. But if my mom's 80, I won't lie, it's not fair on that person that could be a young one who hasn't lived their life off at all for me.
But obviously it's somebody our age. Somebody you know, like it's not like an older or something. This is somebody our age.
Someone our age, but I'm not friends with, and it's a friend of a friend. So I know they exist, but they're not close to me. I think you can. I will not like.
Rest in peace, man. I'm bringing back my mummies.
Like Nobara said it best. If you're not, I only have so many seats I can have for people on the journey with me. If you're
Your
not on
mumsy has lived. Your mumsy's like what, 40, 50?
Yeah,
Lives that life.
Nah, that's still you can still
This
live
guy's
out the second
19,
half.
20.
she hasn't seen me succeed all the way to the top. What are you
Yeah,
talking
but
about?
there's no way you can justify that this guy has not lived his life. Like,
I know.
guy's 19, 20.
I
The
know.
bad thing. I'm not trying to justify. I'm not saying I'm going to do it.
A lot of bad things happen in this world that you just have to
Yeah.
accept. And that one, if I have a chance to save my mumsy, I have to do
You're just choosing to.
it.
You would. Are you saying that you wouldn't choose to bring back your mumsy or your bro?
Or a close one.
Look, yeah.
I'll be so conflicted.
I don't believe in taking a life to bring back a life. If something happens, my mumsy died. That's the will of God.
That's also true. That's also true. That could be
That's
argued.
If God said it was their time to go, it was their time to go.
But in the same time, if I was given this choice, is that not also the will of God? So I mean, I'm just choosing
What?
my instincts.
No, bro. You have free will. Like, you have free will to choose. Like, are you saying every temptation and everything that's brought before you comes from God?
No, but
Yeah,
like
exactly.
like
You
the same,
clown.
but something as paranormal as this, I have to say, nah, this is God giving me this choice right now, so you can't be angry at me what
This
I
could be the
choose.
devil. This could be the devil giving you the choice.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
Bible
if I don't hear that, then it's not this. It's not the devil,
Right.
man. If I don't
When
hear in the
would God
background,
ever? Why would God ever say, "Look, yeah, I'm gonna let you kill somebody just so you can"?
but you just
Oh,
said
you
there
know.
that I don't kill them; they just die. Like it's not actually my fault. Like it
Oh
is
yeah,
my
but
fault,
it's
but it's not my fault.
directly your like it's directly cause you
you pointed at them and said, "This
contract.
one." You wrote their name.
You
Do I
Down.
agreed
get
to
to
this
choose?
contract.
Do I get to choose who dies?
I'm not sure if that's what the scenario is, but I'm
Okay.
guessing yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you get to choose. Like you know the person, like you know who's gonna die, and you're gonna see it. Like there's no way you can avoid it. Like you're gonna see it. It's gonna pop up everywhere.
man, oh man. If it's someone in my proximity, like my college or some my other friends' college, I don't think I could do it. But if it was just a random person that was just my age, then yeah, I do.
Them
But
ones were in secondary school. They say on the announcement, and you're just gonna be eating your roll like a nigger, my way.
I said, boys, that's crazy. How did that happen? What?
During that moment of silence, my way, you know.
Asking the teacher if I can play b-ball. Nah.
That was who said that?
Highly, my way.
Oh,
That was
all the
my
black
way.
boys, Alfred, all the black boys said that
Highly,
shit.
my way.
The black
Because
boys
Why?
got bad out
what
that day.
happened? Remember what happened in our school that time, my way?
Mhm.
And we were in Miss Murphy's room.
It was
Me, you, Teo.
even I won't say his name, but his second name is Paul. That guy Paul was the first to say, "Miss, can we play b-ball?" I say, "You're actually a heartless monster. What's going on here?"
Well, yeah. But you were there that day in that room, and you weren't sad, but you felt empathy for the situation.
I did.
But now you're direct, and that's something you couldn't control that had nothing to do with you.
Mhm.
So you're saying if this person does, you're not gonna feel any empathy. You're gonna be chewing your roll. You're gonna say, "Oh, that's crazy."
I'll have to accept the darkness within myself, but I have to just keep reminding myself I have to do it for my mumsy.
What are you saying, Alfred?
I think I'll do the same thing, man. Like,
I could never tell her though, because that's one of them storylines that you tell your mom, "Mom, I brought you back, but I had to kill someone." Your own
You
mom
know
will
the
disown
debt
you.
is directly on you. Like,
Yeah, the mom will even disown you. Say,
something you have to live with.
my mom.
It's not you. There's no repercussions or anything.
Yup. I think I could actually live out my life
Somebody.
knowing that. I can't lie.
I think I can do that as well. I'm like,
Yeah.
I have to pray to God, like, for forgiveness.
I won't lie. Even me, Alfred, I know that shit's going to voicemail for a good few weeks. I don't lie. God is looking at you funny. It's just.
I'm pros, bro. Like, I actually have to do the most to keep you.
Mm,
So if I have a choice and I let you die, that choice could be on me as well. That could also be seen as me letting you die. You get me?
No, it's not.
what you mean?
You didn't. Your mumsy's already dead. You didn't let her die. She already dead.
You have the choice, but like that's how you can reason in your mind. Like, nah, if this is me letting her die again. If I don't bring her back, you get me? Because I have a choice right now, and if
Yeah.
I
Make whatever excuses you have to do to put your mind at ease, but none of it is justified. You can never. It's not justified. But I'm not on you, boys. I'm just saying, maybe if that's the choice you want to make, then that's the choice to make. Me, I don't think I would do it. I can't take a life, regardless of what the reason is.
There's a lot of reasons why I think some niggas out here should just get spiffed up. So I guess that's just me. Can't lie.
like there's specific reasons, less than my wife, but there are reasons.
What you mean less than me? Who's to say that you're not more fucked up than me, Alfred?
My wife, we all know, man. People who listen to this podcast know that
That to devalue life as well.
is my wife number one proximity. What is this? It is code, man.
What you mean?
Profile. It's your profile.
Profile. What's my? I can't. You keep on cutting off. What you say?
Death and misery in the most fucked up ways is your profile. You're number one when it comes to that kind of thing.
What are you boys
Yeah.
labeling me as the Grim Reaper? What's going on
I
here?
didn't say nothing.
What? Listen, yeah. I just have a very, very black and white image of stuff. That's it.
You're
I
ready.
didn't say nothing.
Immediately, I said it. Yeah, you denied it first of all. Then you just justified it. Say, listen, yeah, I just have a break.
Look, yeah, I'm a realist as well, but I don't think he's a death of misery nigga now.
Yeah. I don't
What are you
know.
trying to imply, Alfred?
Like if I have options, it's not always I go for the one that someone dies. It's just this ones here that I have to Okay, I'll say it right now. I'm the most selfish nigga here. So that might lead to
Yeah.
the
That's what I
thing.
mean.
Yeah, I'll say that there. I'll say that here. Say that here.
Yeah, say he's selfish, not death and misery. Like, what are you
I have to just check that one still.
Okay, still,
Before
my bad.
before a few Satanists started knocking on my DM saying, "Yo, bro, I heard your podcast. I loved it." I said, I said, bro, I'm not the one. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. I'm not the one.
When they're revealing the curse mark on the arm, man, you'll be shook.
I'll be shook. That death still needs to die away for real.
You'll be shook.